Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Prize Picks video. This one we're talking about the WNBA for Thursday, June 13th. In the video, we have 5 picks for you to consider, so stay tuned to hear all 5 of the picks we're going to talk about in the video. If you guys want more picks, I do post more in the private Discord in all sports. We have 5+ of the other best cappers that we found on Prize Picks in the private Discord as well. You can see we only post our favorite picks here on the day, 3 MLB picks that hit from me. Bolo over here only posting his favorite MLB, WNBA, and NBA. One of the NBA missed, but combined on the WNBA plus MLB that hit. We have Sir Radrick over here getting some early value for the NBA game last night, and that one hit. He also posts a bunch of PGA picks that are up and live right now. Ton of big wins over in the Discord, so definitely get over here. Check out all the picks that the cappers are posting and see how we're getting all of these hits and wins. Just our favorite picks, so definitely get over here, check it out. Right now we're going half off because the NBA season is coming to an end, but we're going strong in the MLB, WNBA, PGA, esports, so definitely get over there. More picks from me plus 5+ other cappers, just posting our favorite picks, see how we're getting all the hits. Now let's get into this one. The first pick we're going to go with, it's going to be Natasha Cloud. We're going to go under on her assist here of 7.5. Tougher matchup against Las Vegas in this one, who have been struggling, but I think they're going to come for a bounce back game in this one against Phoenix, and Cloud a high assist number for this game. So I'm going to be taking the under on this one. We can take a look at this one over on Outlier, which is a tool I use every day for all sports. Definitely recommend checking it out. They have a 7-day free trial with the link down below if you want to use them. So over on 7.5. She's hit this in 5 of 12 games this year. Las Vegas allowing just over 20 assists per game, so not that many. Last year, this was just a 28% hit rate for her, and she played over 32 minutes per game last year. So this year's actually been an outlier, but still only hitting it in 42% of the games. Also, I think this is a tougher matchup for Phoenix and for Cloud, so going to be going on the under. She played massive amount of minutes last game, 44 of them, and still only got 7 assists in this one. So I think this line's just too high in a tougher matchup and not one that she's hit historically even this year or last year. So I'm going to be taking the under on her for the first pick. For the second one, we're going to go to Maddie Seigereist here. We're going to go over on her points of 13.5. So for her on the season, looking at this one on Outlier, she has gone over this in half the games this year. Didn't go over in the first 3, but in the last 7 here, she's hit it in 5 of 7 games. And these first 3 games, she wasn't playing as many minutes, 17, 18, 25. In the last 7 games, she's played 34 minutes or more, and that's really due to some players being out. So we can look at games that she's played this year without these 3 players here. If we just go to the tab that says games without, and we can look in 5 of 9 games this year when these players aren't playing, she's hit this one. And then also if we clear that and only look at games where she's played 26 minutes like the last 7, that's a 5 out of 7 hit rate. But she's been playing 34+ minutes, so the minutes are definitely there, and she's been scoring the ball pretty effectively. Last game didn't get this one, so I think the line is down a bit to 13.5. Otherwise, I think this one could be a little higher here coming off, she had 21, 22, 17 in some of these games. So some big scoring games. I think she's going to be in for another nice one here and playing tons of minutes. So we're going to go to that one for the second pick. For the third one, we're going to come over here to OddsJam. If you don't know OddsJam, it's another tool that has a free trial. Basically, what they do is they show you the lines on Prizepicks, Underdog, other player prop sites that are the most likely to hit based on what other sportsbooks have. Their top pick on the day is going to be McCowan here, over 8.5 boards. You can see like FanDuel has it at -140, -155 on Fliff. So a lot of these sites really liking this one to go over. And Prizepicks obviously going to be a 50-50. If you were playing this on FanDuel, it wouldn't be a 50-50. So definitely a higher percent chance to hit here because all these sportsbooks have set their lines as liking this one to go over. So we're going to go to her on this one. Over 8.5, that pick from OddsJam. liking this one for McCowan against Seattle. We can also take a look at this one on Outlier. So on the season, she's only hit this in 4 of 10 games. But you can see, similar to Siegrist we looked at, the minutes have been up. So she played 27.8 on the season. A couple games here with 21 minutes. But in her last 2 games, 30 and 36 minutes. 2 games before that, played 27 in each. So a couple lower games here, but the minutes have been up for her. So we can look on the season when she's played at least 28 minutes, which she should be in line for. She's hit it in 3 of 4 games. This one barely missed it with 7 here. And some massive rebounding games, 13 and 14. When she does play the minutes, which she should be in line for today, with some players out. You have 4 players out for Dallas in this one. So going to be going to her. Last season in 2023, she hit this 63% of the time. So definitely a good indication, especially at the end of the year. She was hitting this one. It looks like 9 of her last 10 games. So I think the rebounds is a good one to take here. That one from OddsJam that we saw all these sportsbooks liking it to go over. So we're going to go to that one for that pick. For the next one, we're going to go to Tina Charles over on the points plus the rebounds. Against Indiana, I think it's going to be a good matchup and a high-scoring one. Atlanta, I believe, just lost to Washington, so definitely a good matchup on both sides. I think that both teams can score a good amount of points in this one. So looking at Tina Charles over that points plus rebounds, we could see here she's hit it in 5 of 10 games, but the minutes definitely all over the place. This one was a blowout. They lost by 17. She only played 19 minutes. This one's supposed to be a closer game. Even the last one, they lost by 20 to Washington here. She played just 27 minutes. Those are 2 of the lower minute games for her. She's averaging over 29 on the season. It looks like 5 games here, so half of them, maybe more, where she's played 31 or more minutes. So I think we can lock her in for like 30 minutes in this game. If we just look at games this year where she's played 29 or more minutes, in 5 of 6 of them, she's hit this one at an 83% hit rate. If you bump her up just 1 more minute in games where she played 30 or more, 5 games this year, it's a 100% hit rate. So liking this one for Tina Charles. We're going to be taking the over on her of the points plus rebounds at 21.5. And then for the last pick, we are going to Caitlin Clark here. We're going to go over on her points plus assists. I think she's going to be in line for another big game against an easier opponent in Atlanta, who obviously just lost to Washington. And I think that was their first win of the year. But for Caitlin Clark, liking this one to go over. She's had some massive games. I think this is a good spot for her to have another big game. So on the season, this one, she's only hit in 5 of 13 games. She's really struggled in some games against the tougher opponents. But I think this is a good matchup for her where she can have another one of those big games. And again, we've seen them get blown out like last game, where she only played 22 minutes. But in these closer games, she's playing high 30s of minutes. I think in a close one, she'll play at least 30, over 30. And when she does that, she definitely has a better hit rate here. When she plays 29 or more minutes, it's a 5 of 9 hit rate on this line. And then when she plays 31 or more, which I think she should at least play 31 in this close game, it's a 5 of 8 hit rate, 63%. And then as we get up to even more minutes, I think 33 is even a safe bet she's going to play in this game. It's a 4 of 6 hit rate, 67%. So liking Caitlin Clark in this one, I think it's a good spot for her to hit this line. All right, so if you guys want more picks, I do post more picks, only my favorites in the Discord in all sports. We have 5+ cappers in here posting just their favorite picks. You can see some of the hits from the cappers over here. Here's another one hitting Wnba and MLB picks, and just missing one on the NBA there, for a good 7 of 8 day and hitting a massive slip. You guys can see the big wins in here from members of the private Discord. Check them all out. Tons of big hits and wins over here. So if you want to get in here, use code HALF. You're going to get 50% off the monthly. And we're coming out of NBA season, but going hard in MLB and WNBA. So I want to get people in here with that code. So we'll see you in the Discord, and subscribe to the channel.